free reign. Talk to me. We're gonna hit a beat and talk about my Eve. Everybody, you
Oh,
know what I say.
God.
I'm gonna do a beat.
Make it stop, Rain.
It's
Why?
time to stop.
Why did you?
Rock, paper, scissors, right? We don't want Eve to be as simple as shut the fuck up, Seto!
Floods of like memes, and these small gamers are like, we're the elite of the elite. Do not fuck with us. We will kill you. We are the best players ever. It's like, dude, I did your shit. I did it better than you did.
You know what this conversation is like? When I say not enough super die in Dell, and people tell me, oh, look, there's a super die in Dell. So it's like, when
What
I'm
are
talking
you
about
even
the balance
talking
issue,
about? We were talking about fucking balance, not supers
Yeah.
dying in Delph.
Look,
Why does
look.
everything with you have to be about supers fucking dying in
Shut
Delph?
up! Shut up!
Christ!
It's an analogy, moron. It's an analogy. Okay?
You guys stop arguing. You act like a fucking married couple. Jesus
It's-
No,
Christ.
don't stop arguing.
It's an
Well, it
analogy.
is Trash Talk
It's an
Tuesday.
analogy.
Hey, welcome to a very light Trash Talk Tuesday as far as guests are concerned, but it's Tuesday nonetheless. So that means we have some topics which may or may not include a great reset, Eve New Orleans, a new MER, etc. So, Rain, our resident Eve New Orleans participant, why don't you go ahead and start us out with that one?
Yeah, so over this last weekend, Eve New Orleans happened. So Eve Nola, which is New Orleans, Louisiana, for those who don't know, occurred obviously down in the great state, or the great state of Louisiana. I believe they had a total of like 60 people wanting to attend, but a lot pulled out because of the pandemic. So there were only maybe 30 of us, but I think from all the 30 that were there, we were all vaccinated, so it was great. We all hung out. We did like a little buffet on Saturday. We went around, toured Bourbon Street on Friday. We did karaoke. It was a ton of fun. And I actually really miss it. I just got back today and I miss my nerds. Look, there's Delana. Delana, you should come on. Delana's like one of the organizers, and her and I stayed together. And it was great. I'm gonna DM her the link here. But I don't know if you guys have like questions or anything. It was just like a normal event, super laid back. We got some swag. So CCP actually recently released their discussion of like, I think the theme now is Fleet Up, of real life events and how they're going to actually help players. So I think there's like skins and swag. So I got some swag from CCP. I love it. And then there's obviously, always the player swag that gets handed out and whatnot.
This is the first time you've been to New Orleans, then?
Second.
Second.
So it was actually kind of nice because I recognize a lot of shit. So it was kind of comfortable going around.
It's definitely on the bucket list if I ever make my way across the big drink over to the States.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. I always try to say it's like Vegas but cheaper and kind of trashier, which is sort of true, especially if you ever go to like Bourbon Street compared to the Strip.
How is it possible to be trashier than Vegas?
So Vegas is really pricey, and then they have like dress codes to do things. New Orleans is just like, hey, dude, you kind of wearing clothes? All right, get in here. That's pretty much it.
Well, it's one of the oldest cities in the United States.
Yeah. And it has a lot of history to it as well. Like for sightseeing, there's tons and tons to do. It's not just like touristy trap type of stuff like Vegas normally is, but there's tons of like actual like museums and like there's like a zoo and an aquarium like that.
Oh, it's got so much history. It's ridiculous, right? I mean, it's a great place to visit. I've never been there for the Mardi Gras. I think going outside Mardi Gras is more interested if you're a nerd, a history nerd for sure.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I think everyone says the World War II museum is like a must-have. Like you have to go and spend all day there and do all the like little extra stuff because it's like really impactful for how it affected the US and whatnot.
I'm here, and I still sound like crap.
Hi, Delana.
Hello. Yeah, I lost my voice pretty badly after karaoke on Friday, so it's still coming back.
You guys didn't drink or anything and party, right?
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Oh no, dude, it was. I saw like I had a pretty wild time the whole time, and like Saturday, I just remember we were like drinking all day. I was like, oh, I'm doing fine. I'm pacing myself, and I'm like, who the fuck was I hanging out with on Saturday? Like, I just remember bits and pieces, and I don't like. I went to McDonald's. I don't know who went with me to McDonald's. But I was at McDonald's with some people and we got French fries and it was great.
Yeah, my dad showed up and he did shots with people.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun.
My mom's like, "What did you do?" Your dad came back to the hotel like drunk off his ass.
Something that I recently came to understand is a thing is multi-generational Eve players. And that's just crazy to me.
Yes.
Yeah, I got my dad into it. He played for a while.
It's an
My
old game.
dad doesn't really play games, but I think he just likes, hanging out with the nerds.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a dig at me, Marius. What the hell?
It was a lot of fun. I feel like I don't know, I feel like everyone there, so like most Eve events, like people kind of do like their own thing with their own group. And there was some of that, but most of the time people were just like always hanging out together. Like Saturday night was the most hilarious thing because it was like 3 a.m. and somehow everyone like made their way back to the organized suite. So Coda is the guy who organized it, had a suite. And so everyone was just like lounging around, just like talking shit to each other. And then somebody brought in pizza and we were all just like screaming because there was pizza. And it was like the drunkest dumb shit ever. Like I think oh yeah, that was when Delana, she like got tired. So she busted out a pillow and a blanket, was like laying in the middle of the floor. And everyone was like, I want
I
a
was
pillow.
sleepy.
Yeah, and then I like begged one dude to go get some string cheese and he brought back so much string cheese. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a crazy thing. Like we had been planning this out for like a year and a half. Like it was originally supposed to be May 2020, and it kept being pushed back, all this COVID stuff. So I'm glad we could finally do something, even if it was a little bit less than what we wanted to do ideally. That just gives more room to approve for the next one. Hopefully, we'll get to do it again next year. Maybe a little better time of the year when it's not a million degrees. But yeah, bigger and better things.
Do you remember going out, Luke, and doing things? Beverage Farm remembers.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, no,
man.
it's been like a year.
Yeah, like
And New
it was
Zealand's in our boat
funny.
now as well.
Yeah, so most people left on like Sunday, and then we went and did something yesterday on Monday. Yesterday was the first day in New Orleans that they started requiring people to have proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test to get into restaurants and bars. So they had just like put that down. Like, man, we tried to go somewhere with Pro Guide Legend. He didn't have his COVID card, so he couldn't get in. We were just like trying to get lunch.
God damn
So
it,
it's like,
Progod.
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, wow, that sucks. Like, luckily everybody else didn't have to deal with that because they were already gone. But we were just like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, no, that and it was really nice. I think a lot of New Orleans, like even like on Bourbon Street, you couldn't get in anywhere unless you were wearing a mask. Now, granted, they didn't really enforce it after a while, so it was like you got in and they just took your mask off. But it was like everyone also had a drink in their hands at all times, which kind of exempts you from having to wear a mask.
Well, it sounds like you guys had a blast.
Yeah, it
So
was
with the
fun.
COVID card thing, were they accepting virtual, like on your phone, or did you have to have the card?
Well, yeah. Well, Louisiana has an app that like not only can you just pull up your license on it, your driver's license, but it also has like the proof of vaccination. Like that's what I just showed the person at the door to get in, and there's just a little app thing. It says vaccinated. It's got a QR code or whatever. They can scan it if they need to, but they just saw it and they're like, okay.
So that's cool. I mean, I imagine Vegas will probably have something like that. Hopefully, everybody's preparing in their heads to have something ready for like that. I mean, that seems to be an easy way of making sure. Not, and it's not 100%, but at least it's it's a step in the right direction. And
Yeah.
if you balk at that, then you know what, stay home.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I was really impressed with a lot of the eveners. So there were about like 30 of us at least, and everyone was as far as I could tell, either they lied to me or everyone was actually vaccinated. But it's just one of those things like if you're gonna travel, like put in the effort of keeping safe and all this and that. So like I had hand sanitizer, but there were multiple people who also had hand sanitizer. Everyone had masks, everyone had vaccines. And so it was just, I mean, it was great. It was worth doing all that extra effort just to be able to see nerds again.
Yeah, because it's not that hard, right? I mean,
Yeah.
even if it's not for yourself, have some respect for people around you. You just- I don't know. It irritates me that the number of people are, oh, I'm not going to show my card. Fuck off. You know what? You stay home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, nobody.
you stay home and we could go out and do fun stuff. You're not.
Exactly.
You don't have a constitutional right to go out to a restaurant. So you could just stay your happy ass home and make your own food. We get to go to have somebody else do it for us.
Yeah, well, that and it's
Exactly.
like, it's not like this should have been true before COVID, right? Like, I just think of all the other Eve events. Like, it felt like every year I was getting sick with something because somebody was like, "Oh, I have the flu, but I'll go anyway. Who cares?" Or like some random dipshit on an airplane or this or that, and it was like that's just disgusting. Like, if you're sick, don't go out and get other people sick. Like, I was talking with Redline earlier, and a couple of the other guys in the Nola Discord. It's like there are multiple people who went to Eve Nola and were like, yeah, we have friends and family. We don't want to get like they may not be vaccinated or young children who can't get vaccinated. So we're all gonna get that COVID tests just as a precaution or whatever.
And not the
So,
first time that we all have to get tested after an Eve event.
my mate of mine's a doctor over
Whew.
here in Australia, and he
I'm
says
back.
that because of all the masks and stuff, that pneumonia is actually on a massive decline. And yeah, like flu, we have had our flu season in Australia, and hardly anyone's gotten it because of the precautions for COVID. It's
Australia,
like it's pretty good.
you got your kind of a super lockdown though too. I mean, that's pretty crazy over there. What's going on over there right now?
I've already had my rant. Let's keep my political views out of this and keep it to evil politics.
That sounds like a great
crazy,
idea, if I do say so myself. I also like to talk about the political faux pas of having an open, full bottle of wine in front of me. What should I do with this bottle of wine?
Well, you
Wait.
should drink it. Drink it all
Wait,
right.
before we get into politics, I want to issue an apology to Brother Bob. So before I actually met Brother Bob, I just thought he was an asshole. And then I thought he was kind of okay, but I still thought he was an asshole. Because, he kind of came on the show and is an asshole. And then I actually met him, and he was like the nicest person at this Eve meet. Like, we were all just kind of shit posting, and I was like, Bob, bring me fries. Brother Bob actually went and got me fries. And then Codas was like, I need Advil, and Bob went and got him Advil. He helped Delana carry a bunch of like shit up the elevator or whatever it was. Like, he was actually one of the nicest people at the entire
Simp.
event.
Bob's
even
a
though he
simp,
looks
you
like a
heard it
total
here
frat
first.
bro, but
He did. Well,
Yeah,
it
he-
was
my entire image of him.
no, that was great too because someone was telling me like some dude bumped into them walking down Bourbon Street and they turned around to try and talk shit and they saw like they saw Brother Bob there and they're like, oh fuck, let's not fight these guys and like wandered off and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like Brother Bob just protecting the herd by existing.
That's kind of what Bob does, though. Like, Bob's a good dude. We love Bob. We love Bob being a good dude. You know
I mean,
who
you
I
can still be a
don't
good bloke and an
love?
arsehole.
I don't love the people who make wireless adapters for Xbox 360 controllers. And I'll tell you why.
Okay,
It's
why?
because they don't come with proper instructions. And this whole
That
thing
doesn't
is
seem to be that
fucked
hard
up
to use.
simply because I was trying to make a Guitar Hero controller work with my computer, but it doesn't. So now I'm drinking my sadness away.
I've got one of those. It does work.
I've got a
From what
wired
I've
one, but that's it.
heard, from what I've heard, people that play Guitar Hero on their PC use Wii versions of the Guitar Hero.
Oh, you know what?
keyboard.
You're correct. That is what we've got too. It's a Wii version.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense as long as you can, get a Wii guitar.
But it's just a smaller one. It's a Wii guitar.
Just get yourself a Wii little guitar.
Yeah, just a Wii
Just
guitar.
get a Wii guitar.
Yeah, I can
Wii.
get one for
just a little bit smaller.
$130, by the way. No thanks.
No.
I found this
Go
one
to
in
the
garage.
nearest
use one
fucking
for 20
Jay's
bucks.
CD and Hobby or some
Hey!
shit.
I that's the best place in the world. I know Jay. Jay and I are
What?
friends.
What?
you know
You're
that, Marius?
shitting me.
No, I'm serious. Jay and I are good friends.
The actual Jay from Jay's CD
Yeah,
and
he
Hobby.
used to have a commercial on Clue Space Nerds. He put a commercial on there for us. Rafe and I helped him move his store from his original store to his bigger store. We can get friends with him.
Anyway, team.
Successful
think-
CD and hobby store in the Des Moines area. It's got
I
3
think
locations.
Marius introduced some of the topics, didn't he? But he didn't introduce
No.
anybody on the show. I didn't hear
Oh,
the
of
intro.
course.
I was off getting wine.
Well,
for
there were
15
fewer
minutes.
people on the show when I started, but here we can.
Did you call
we
it a
can
light
do that
show?
now. It was a light show.
Did you call it
now
light?
Now it's a little bit heavier, but it's still
Answer
on the
my
light
question.
side.
Did you
You
call it
calling us
light?
fat?
So we're
Did
starting
you
off
call
with,
the show light,
with
Marius?
Luke Toyer, Luke Toir.
Marius, did you call the show light?
What?
Uh,
I'm pretty sure we're pretty heavy.
Yes or no? Did you
Luke,
say the show
Luke,
was
how are
light?
you doing, buddy?
You son of a bitch, you did. What happened to Webcam Tuesday? Hey, listen.
Yes,
Everybody
we did.
who knows Villy or has Villy on their Discord server, message him, encourage him to show at the very least his right shoulder on Webcam Tuesday.
Oh, please don't.
And we will be doing the Webcam Tuesday show. It's this week was not the week to do that. It might be next week or the week after or a future week, but we will be doing it. Speaking of, we do need to start a new challenge for Trash Talk Tuesday. I think I've got the perfect one. So give me just a second, and
Do we
I'm
have
gonna
to fill the first challenge before we can set a second challenge? I mean, that seems right.
Okay. So this one is gonna be canceling the show forever.
It only takes 100 points.
All right. There's a new challenge. We're gonna start the challenge now. Challenge is started, guys. Challenge is started. So you should see up the top. Hey, it's complete. How about that?
Oh.
That's crazy.
Sorry, that was rude. Anyways, we do have a lot of topics to cover tonight. I wouldn't say a lot, but they're probably going to go somewhere. I mean, honestly, because there's some pretty deep, dark, and hairy shit to talk about. Like the fact that, oh my god, the members of the Pappy Coalition are resetting each other. Ooh, what a travesty. And we fucking told you it was going to happen for like the last 8 months, but whatever. No big deal. We talked about Eve Nola. I heard that chat was decent. I'm going to take a sip of wine. And then also we've got the MER and other bullshit like actual Eve things that we could talk about. But for now, if you've got a drink in your hand and you're participating in Tuesday shenanigans, then please, guys, just take a drink.
I have no problem with that.
Jeez.
Dude, I can't drink anymore, dude.
I don't drink any less.
Is it
Yeah,
because
no,
you're a coward?
What was it? 13 months of, Safi's ruining Eve. They got to keep the big blue donut. And as soon as we reset, it's like, oh my god, they're resetting. What backstabbers? How dare they? Like, fuck,
the
Now
thing is,
see,
reset
choose
doesn't
your
mean
narrative.
It's goon logic, dude. No matter what it is that happens, they called it. And no
We were
matter
right.
what's going to happen in the future, they know.
We were right. We called it, and we're right. What do you do? Who's running? Not us.
I don't think we'll ever have like serenity happen to tranquility. There are too many people in power with too many grudges. There's always going to be a fight.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think I'm perfectly content with just not fighting anybody ever again. Because that sounds good to me.
Get fucked, Redline.
You get fucked, Alterari. You smell like a bean.
They'll be fighting. We're gonna
Fuck
fight.
them
all kinds of
yourself,
people.
you coward.
I will.
That
I'll get the cameras. All right, guys. So new new challenge.
it is a new. I did put a new challenge, a real life cancel Trash Talk Tuesday challenge. 1,000,000 points. If you donate to this challenge, you may finally contribute to me being free of this ridiculousness. Maybe. I saw earlier somebody said that PGL gave Pappy Ligma. What the fuck is that?
True.
Stop.
I'm
Lick my
suffering
balls.
from it right
Oh,
now.
is that what that is?
Ha! Got him!
Wow.
Get him.
Ah, 1,000,000 points can't come soon enough, if I'm being honest with you. Jesus Christ. Anyways,
Man, you would fall for the thing in New Orleans where they ask where you got them shoes.
what shoes?
Did it?
What are
Who
those?
was it that? Who was it that was like, I bet all the money in my wallet, and then he fucking lost?
I think it was it Insidious that like actually gave the dude money? Or
Oh
something?
Isn't
my
Mibble
God,
supposed to be
dude.
getting a hell? Did he get his hell?
Mibbles is
It's
gonna get a
not November
hell.
yet.
Oh, Blazing Phil. Oh god damn it.
Yeah.
See The answer is on your feet. That's where you got your shoes, on your feet.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
That's
where
not
they
even
are.
good. Like, that's not even a good joke. That's just bad.
It reminds
So
me
they've
of,
been
like,
doing it for years and years. Like, it's
this reminds me of a joke where Dad used to say, like, a sailor walks up to a pirate captain. He's like, "Where's your buccaneers?" And he's like, "They're on my buccanehead."
That's one of my favorite jokes.
That's
I mean,
funny.
knocking that one.
Cool, congratulations! I don't need 1,000,000 points. I just killed Trash Talk Tuesday with the dad joke.
No, I'm just concerned. I'm concerned
What are
because
you
I thought
concerned about?
Talking in Stations was online, and now they're not, and I don't see anybody with an extra 100 viewers, and I'm just certainly they wouldn't be that shitty to not raid someone, right?
Meadow's not in charge anymore, so we got to remind them to raid. He probably forgot.
Oh, okay.
LTRA is in charge now.
Wait, what am I doing?
Okay. No, Pravnev, nobody mentioned Daddy. Don't
Not
even
you,
bother.
sorry. I said the wrong name. Not you.
Anyways, so let's talk about this. So there was a show there where they were talking about reading
Arby's,
Pappy's future in the metal scraps, but it had tea leaves scratched out. Very cute. There is no future for Pappy. Are you fucking kidding me? The fact that anybody is still using the word Pappy is mind-boggling to me. The coalition is dead. Get over
He
it.
died weeks ago. Yeah.
The Discord's got quite a few white names in it
two.
now. People slowly leaving.
Like 2 weeks ago. The coalition's dead, right?
It's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Only. God, it's felt like 2 years, man.
So we did in 2 weeks what you guys took 13 months to do?
I was just gonna say,
No, you dumb shit. Nobody was fucking there to contest you. What do
But we
you
still did it.
mean? We did the 2 weeks. Blah, blah, blah.
But
Initiative
is it
took
true?
back their
You guys
space
could have
in
easily
2
contested us. We
days.
didn't put
Is it
jammers
true?
up.
And it took their space back in 2 days.
Yeah, and all of fucking Del's back too. Most Aquarius and half period bases.
See? Great. You did that, and nobody was there to
2
stop
weeks,
you.
not 13
Because
months.
everybody was running as
No one was
fast
there to
as
stop you guys
possible.
either. You guys claimed that nobody was there to stop you either. That's what you claimed.
Well,
Yeah.
nobody was there to stop the Keepstars, but you guys fought over your IHUBs.
No. Nobody was there to stop you. That's what you said. But it still took you
Who
13
said that?
months. All of you. All
Every
the
single one of you.
Where's the receipts at? You don't have receipts.
We've got fucking back bullshit.
Pics of GTFO.
You got nothing.
You're lucky I'm high.
You're lucky I'm not.
When aren't you?
It's true. This man is high 100% of the time. But anyways, no. Nobody fucking
82%
said that. We did say, why don't you guys come fight? Pretty consistently.
Because we weren't
you didn't
contesting.
come
That's
fight.
the same thing. Whoa,
But that was
nobody's
on
contesting.
Keepstars though, dude.
Fuck.
When we were
Whatever.
taking
We already-
IHUBs,
we've
were
already
killing
killed 2
Fortizars.
Keepstars. We've already killed 2 Keepstars too.
We've killed way
many?
more than 2 Keepstars.
At least 2, right? I've been on.
We've
2.
killed like 6.
Okay, I've been on
I
2 of
think.
them, so.
Probably more.
6. Well, you got like 35 to go before you catch up, little one. Better get it going.
Well, no, you guys didn't put that many down. You didn't have as much money as we did.
They were just crab stars. Villy's not
Yeah.
here right now. That's why his silence is deafening. He's not fucking here. I just didn't have time to change the portraits because I was fucking with this Guitar Hero guitar. Please calm down.
And you failed at that too.
I did. I absolutely failed at that.
9
I didn't
keeps so
fail
far.
at invading Delve because that was never my idea.
I was corrected in Cesspool. It's been 9 keeps so far.
9. Damn.
Can
We're
you
good.
imagine being corrected in the cesspool? Like unironically being
Better
corrected
than
in
having the
cesspool?
name Redline.
Is it better than that? Because now you have the name Redline.
So anyway, what's the Great Reset, guys? Is that just Pappy resetting each other? Is that what that refers to?
Yes.
No, it was
that's exactly
Horde
what
put
it
out
is.
a ping about all the alliances they're resetting. Legacy's resetting itself. It's like a lot of people are resetting now that everyone's nearly home or are at home.
The difference between resetting and setting red is huge, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Just because they're resetting doesn't mean anything. Honestly, it's everyone does it.
There are loads of blue trolls.
Instead of blue circle check, it's now just a nip circle check.
Exactly.
No, they're all joking in the white.
The real question is, do you think there'll ever be a nip between Imperium and Test again?
Fuck no.
Who cares?
I do.
I
That's
don't
why I asked
think
the
Test
question.
is dumb enough to do that again.
Test's dumb enough to do
I
that.
don't
What do you
know,
mean
we're dumb enough to
Test's
do that
dumb enough to
again.
do that? Test is just a little alliance now. They used to have a whole
on the
coalition
downside.
backing them, and now they're just nothing. Like,
Give us time.
time for
Yeah.
what?
I'll make
Well,
it.
for them
We'll
to
make
go,
it big again.
they got to rebuild themselves on the doorsteps of their former friends. You know?
You want to make a bet about how much time you need? Because I'll give you
Look,
all the time in the
Test
fucking
has done
world,
it
fam.
before. Test has done it before. We've
Done
been
what before?
we got
What'd you
beaten down,
do?
rebuilt.
No,
Like
I will
before.
I will give them credit. They have gone through this before, twice before, actually.
Yeah, we've ended up in fucking low sec stations, and we built up to what we were before and during the war, and we'll do it again. We've got the fucking people to do it. We've got the ability. We've got the want to. You know, we'll just give us time. We'll rebuild. Give us a few
Do
months,
you
and we'll be
now?
back.
Every time that's happened, you had new leadership, though. Will there be new leadership now?
Yeah, will there be new leadership? I heard PGL's corp left Test. Is that true?
There probably does need to be new leadership because, well, Billy's trash, and
So PGL's corp left Test, but did PGL himself stay behind?
Of
Yeah,
course.
PGL's still in Test.
But
I think everyone
PGL's
was trying to
corp left
poach
Test.
him at Eve Nola, so we'll see.
Really? I only saw one person come close, and that was Creature getting a grab of that peach.
You changed my name right as I screenshotted your profile.
You can't
picture,
talk
damn
shit
it.
about Creature because Creature drank too much Saturday and then never showed up again. He was like the only casualty of Nola. Everyone else just like puked and rallied.
So we still don't know where he's at?
I think he just went home. He showed up Saturday, couldn't handle it, went home.
Yeah,
Damn.
Creature and one housekeeper's sanity.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we'll talk about that. I mean, we could talk about all the casualties of people doing some of the dumbest shit.
I mean, like, everybody made it home fine. It's just, you know, some people got a little crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's what I don't understand, right? And let me just preface this by saying that I'm making this up on the spot as I go along. The words that I'm saying now
No way.
are just filler for me to figure out what my point is going to be. And the only reason that I'm still talking is because I haven't quite figured out what the point is going to be. But eventually I'll get there or I'll give up.
Hey, Jason Knight, how long did it take you to get banned from Ron's stream? I like to speedrun it and see if I can do it in under 3 minutes.
You're gonna... What? Wait.
Oh, someone said they got banned on Ron's stream for calling him trash. Now he's going to shit up the chat here now. So I asked him how long it took him to get banned.
Nice hat in your DP, by the way, Altaro.
Calling somebody trash is not going to get you banned here, but there are things that
How are you trash at Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord?
fall off your horse a lot.
Warband was a better game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a fucking boomer.
No, well, I think Bannerlord's definitely got some promise. It's definitely going in the right direction.
If they finish it, it will be a really good game.
What do you mean if they finish it? Is it not finished?
There's some missing mechanics. You can't do like a civil war within a faction. There's stuff like that.
Their roadmap's all over the place.
It seems to be kind of what people dislike about early access.
I remember my point.
I don't think
I
you did.
remember my point.
Drink
I
some
thought
wine,
Test
don't
was
Don't
next.
derail him, Dom.
I thought Test was next. I thought there would be
They're
a
still
trail
next.
of tears, and all that happened is that there were a couple capitals that got killed by completely unrelated alliances on beacons in random systems in Catch or wherever. What's up with that?
Have we gone after anybody else?
You're not going after
No,
anybody.
no,
You're
no,
licking
we
your
haven't.
fucking wounds.
So okay, Dom.
and
so your point
rebuilding your
is-
bullshit. That's all
so
you're
you're-
doing.
How do
Your
you
point-
expect us to provide a military offensive without actually having an industrial backbone?
When your
We
house-
have
that,
to rebuild.
Alterari. That's an excellent point. So you're agreeing that one of the win conditions of the war was met, which was to take goons down a peg. Maybe just one peg, but a peg.
When was that a goal?
Let me just.
Yeah,
let me
when
just
was that a
grab
goal?
that.
Because all of the news articles that have
What's
been
all to
released
do with
have said that
Wendy?
the goal was to exterminate Matani and goons from.
So that's sensationalist gamer journalism. right?
You mean
But
The
the
real
news
thing
in
articles
is
where
when
they
they
get
reality,
Polygon and
But you
PC
didn't get
gaming and
anywhere
shit?
close to that, did you?
in reality, a big portion of the war was to
You're saying
try
those
and
editors
reduce.
misquoted Billy,
And
and
I
you're
would
attacking their
never,
credibility.
I would never just interrupt you like 75% through your sentence.
I
Yeah,
am
it's
more of a
all-
journalist than anyone who works at Polygon.
What?
Okay, see now. Let me
Anyways.
just. I just took a sip of my goon Kool-Aid. So, but you said testers now. Why aren't you coming after us? Why aren't you just saying we're coming after us later? You said testers now. Come on, come fight us. Come fight us. You said testers now. Let's go, goons.
Yeah,
What's
goons are
that?
not capable of that.
Someone's already
Not
there.
invading fast enough. Hello.
Yeah, but we're come on, invade quick. I can't do it.
Time is a flat fucking circle, man. This was the exact same thing that everybody was
No,
saying
it's all wibbly
before.
wobbly, timey wimey.
It's
Come on.
just, when will
Great
people
reference.
realize
Great
that
reference.
nullsec alliances that play in nullsec are just fucking sucking the life out of everything?
Everyone should move to
Ah.
LoSec. Is that what you're saying?
I think
No,
my life.
I'm saying everyone should
I'm happy with
exterminate
it.
their own alliance and just leave and go do your own thing wherever you want with whoever you want, however you want.
What if
Because
what if what they want is to be in a null block?
then they're trash.
Marius, quit trying to peg me. Also, I don't
Fucking
like that.
trash. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Nope.
The fucking Bastion is great. We're having a good time. We're all
Bastion's
happy.
not great. You guys couldn't even
We
hold
are great.
6 systems in Esoteria, 3 regions away from where the war was happening.
Because we didn't want to.
Oh, okay. You didn't want to. All right.
And we didn't want to exterminate goons.
Well, we did. We
I know you
did. We did.
We actually didn't want to. we wanted to just go harass, and we did that. Now we're moving back.
Bastion is the only Imperium alliance that I actually like.
Is it because of Dom?
I hope not, dude. That'd be sad if it is. I'm the
Why?
worst representative of fucking Bastion there could be.
How'd you become the whatever your position is, like Diplo or whatever, if you're a terrible representative?
By accident.
Because he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it."
That's a
I
good
didn't, no,
reason.
I didn't even say yes.
You were probably high. You probably forgot.
I probably
You
was.
fell upwards in the Imperium.
I mean, that's how I became an FC. I failed upwards.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know
enjoyed
how
my
I
time with
became an
Bastion. Good
FC?
people. No one else was doing it, and you stepped up.
Exactly. I was like, hey, I'm going to lead this fleet. They're like, okay, FC.
And now what are you down to, Redline? -3 fleets a week?
Talk show host?
I did 3 weeks, three fleets this past week.
You
What
sound
about
like you
Move
did
ops?
3 weeds.
I did lots
Were
of
they
weeks
move
today.
ups?
No, they
Is this
were
about the Punisher flick?
roams to Amamake.
Really?
Wow,
How many
okay.
people in them? 3?
70.
No,
You and 2 of your alts?
10 to 15.
It counts. It counts.
What about you, Redline? How many in your fleets this past week?
0. I haven't ran any.
About 160. We went and fucked with
But-
Red Alliance.
But soon, and very soon, I'm going to run NPSI fleets out of Jita and other
Oh, nice.
low-sec, high-sec marketplaces for anybody who wants to come and play.
Don't start in high sec. I can't do that.
Yeah,
Go start in
you
low-
can, because you
I
can buy
can't.
the
I'm
ship and you
negative 10.
can meet us. Look, it'll start in Jita for all the regular dudes, and then for the people that actually play the game, we'll meet up at a low-sec
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can do it.
spot, right, where
I
everybody
just can't
can
go into
hang
high
out.
sec because then I get chased and stuff, and it sucks.
Redline the new Zarvox. Maybe. Probably not. I miss Zarvox.
Channel Redline.
I need more beer. I'll be back.
Huh? What'd you say about Chanel? What?
All he says is channel Zarvox.
Channel.
You know, so you'd be saying channel Redline.
Oh, I see. I understand now. I don't get it, but I understand it, I guess. Anyways, Chanel Redline. That actually sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. Okay. So I'm kind of losing my train of thought because this bottle is about half gone now, and that's okay. That's fine. That's fine, and that's great. Like that is what's what we do. But I want to talk still about all of the fucking copium that goons have been injecting over the last 2 weeks.
Copium.
Can you guys stop for 2 seconds and just take the dub? Just 2. That's all I need is 2 seconds.
All right, it's been 2 seconds. Fuck off.
Dub take.
Fuck. That's... You took that too literal.
You didn't say it wasn't literal.
You took that way too literally. Look, guys, you're not going to get me to say both what and actually ask a question, because I know that joke, okay? I know it, all right?
Now you do.
I knew the other one too. It was all a meme. It was a meme.
So you have heard about Bofa.
But yes, I have.
Almost got you.
Do I know what copium stands for? I do. I do know what copium stands for.
What does copium stand for?
It's a combination of cope and opium, and it refers to a fictional drug that is commonly associated with dealing with loss, right? You said it yourself. You lost your industrial wing, and it's okay. It's fine. You'll rebuild because, let's face it, that's all any of you are going to be fucking doing for the next 2 years anyway. You're going to do little play deployments into Outer Passage or Geminade or, God, I don't even fucking know where else. But otherwise, you're just
If you live in my world,
you're just
copium
gonna
means
set.
coke and opium, and it's fucking fun. So
You're just going to sit there. You're just going to sit there and do nothing but crab, like you did for the past however many years, before the glorious alliance of Test Alliance, please ignore, which is recruiting, by the way, brought the most riveting content to the game of EVE Online. The most
Fuck
riveting
yeah.
content it's ever seen.
Yeah, uncontested structure matches because they didn't want to do it without a jammer. Yeah, definitely riveting.
Oh, here we go. And then wasn't it just earlier? You're like, oh, come contest. Oh, you're not contesting
So,
these.
you know,
We
Hot
contested
kettle.
M2 and
Alterari-
whooped your ass.
Alterari, it's possible to shoot Sino jammers. Did you know that?
I
Did you
did.
know that
I
you
did.
can bash them and then they shut off?
Is that how that
Maybe we
works?
should have
Holy
tried that in
shit.
3 tactics.
Also, how many keep stars under a Sino Jammer did we defend on both armor and hull? Like 6 at least that I'm tracking. Because do you know you can actually come into a system under a Sino Jammer and defend it?
Something,
I don't
something
think
server
goons are
conditions.
smart enough to realize that.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't allowed to tell them during the war because it would have actually made them do something. But now the war's finished, you know you could actually contest.
So someone does say in chat that they didn't feel riveted. And look, I'm sorry that you didn't feel riveted. If you... Oh, a cat. Hi, cat. If you
he wasn't
didn't
allowed.
have...
He wasn't allowed in the war though.
If you didn't have a front row seat to the most engaging content that this video game has ever seen, that's your own fault, right?
No, it's my fault. It was my fault. I wouldn't. He was trying to get
So
into
sad.
MPX, and he had to wait till the war was over. I apologize, Taldoc. It's all my fault. I
So he
apologize.
couldn't have joined another corporation?
No, because he's my friend, and he ain't gonna come. He's coming to fucking MPX.
Poor bastard.
Go try and steal my friends, Redline. Jesus.
What? We're all friends here. Do you recognize the bodies in the water?
As long as I'm one of them, I'm okay with that.
Nice. So let's actually talk about the Great Reset that's happening. So if you haven't seen it, it's on Reddit, and it was a Gobbins ping. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Rain, don't look, because I know you hate that. But this entire list of alliances is getting reset by Pandemic Horde. It's safe to say that this is the culmination of most of the actual alliances that were involved in Pappy. What's strange is that Dreadbomb is on this list, even though they're very clearly Imperium members, and most of the alliances here in the top 10 are actually dead alliances from Legacy that don't really need to have themselves reset. But this
Yeah,
is
but
a
a lot of
short
them
list.
still exist for the time being.
This is a short list, though, because I expected to see 102 alliances on this list. But there's not 102 alliances on this
Are you
list.
saying that goons were lying about that?
No, I think 70 some of them have disbanded, so they need to put them on the list.
I would like to see the whole list of each 102 alliances that were in Pappy.
Well,
I
I'll
feel like
tell
that
you
would
what
be an
you do.
interesting read.
Click a kill mail.
Oh, you
go
were
to
in
a
there.
battle
Why don't you fucking look-
report site.
Yeah, no shit.
Put
No,
a
the
put
onus
a-
is on you, the goon.
Put all of the regions of space into a battle report site and pick any time of day. And then generate
Oh, so we're making a Jeremy battle report.
Generate a battle report, okay? And then what I want you to do is put every alliance that's not in the Imperium on one side, and then put the Imperium on the other. And that is an accurate goon representation of what Pappy looks like.
It's what
Because
you guys
anybody
wanted.
who is not goons is Pappy, apparently.
I mean, more
absolutely true.
people to join in the killing of goons, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
However,
And yet you guys still failed.
the reality was not that every single alliance in the game that has ever existed was up against goons in Delve.
Well, I actually did see a pretty interesting post earlier today talking about how, Goon's server tanked the war. And I thought that was really funny because that's kind of sad. We are, after all, the ones that blew it up the rest of the entire game that was interested and tried
And
to
the
N
golden
plus one.
turtle trophy goes to.
And tried to N plus one the biggest N plus one group that has ever existed. Like, who would have thought that would go poorly? Not
Well,
me.
what's the other way to fight
It's fucking
the
fun, though.
biggest N+1 group that has ever existed?
From the inside, dude.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we can just stoke civil war in
Espionage.
EVE Online Alliance. Yeah, all right.
I'm
yeah,
actually
we
happy
just
that didn't
there
happen.
we go. We just headshot 1DQ. It's that easy. We just
Why
do the
didn't
1DQ headshot.
You should have just one shot ahead. Yeah, one DQ.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean, you did.
Why didn't you do
Unpopular
that, man?
opinion,
Ooh.
but I'm actually happy that it didn't end up with like one of the directors in off any of the major alliances like doing a bob. I'm actually happy that
What
shit
about
didn't
that?
happen.
You know what?
That would have felt
Yeah.
like a hollow
I agree
victory.
with you.
Or a
I'm
Diplo,
like-
or a Diplo thing, where like, hey
I
guys,
tried
we
making
like,
a Diplo thing, but it
oh my,
It would have felt like such a hollow victory, like
I agree. I'm glad it didn't end that way. But either way, it ended. Well, it kind of petered out anyway, but still, it wasn't a betrayal that ended it. I'm glad that.
Yeah.
It petered out because the climactic
'Cause
battle
we're better than
that
you guys,
everyone
just
was
admit it.
waiting for
We had staying power.
physically
You
could
did
not happen.
Our morale was not broken. Yours was.
Physically, the battle that needed to happen, that everyone was waiting for, just could not.
My rah rah rah
Servers
was
could
better
not
than your rah rah rah.
handle
That's
them.
why we won.
Okay. All right. So maybe your rah 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 but was better, but how was your ooh la la?
Oh, it was pretty good.
my ding
Are
ding
you-
dong.
Sure.
People know my ooh la la is pretty damn
Shut
fucking
the
good.
fuck up, Rick.
Tra la la.
God damn
Not
it.
your ding ding dog.
That's pretty fucking good too.
What about your tra la la? Ooh, your din din dong. Wait, I just no.
You took it too far.
I didn't take it that far.
But no, look, as I said, I think we can all agree that would have been a hollow victory if it was just like, you won dock and you're like, oh fuck, T5Z's like not test anymore, or you look in 1DQ and someone's gotten rid of all the iHubs or something, like
Would you have cared?
that would have been.
Obviously, you would have cared. I wouldn't have cared. I would have thought that was hilarious.
I would have, but it's when all is said and done, it wouldn't have felt like it was our hard work that did it. It was just some disgruntled guy with a button.
Would have made things more interesting. More interesting than just bashing Asbels all day, sitting on our asses on our respective sides of the gate.
Huh. So, what if that the faction photos are on the iHub wasn't there in 1DQ? Do you think
That ended up
would've
not
changed
mattering because of
It
fighter
wasn't even
mechanics.
touched.
Yeah, like in the end of the day, that was like the last thing that we were going to deal with. We were basically going to chew everything around it, take all the systems. Like this, obviously it didn't happen, but it would take all the systems around 1DQ, and then we were going to beat our head against that fucking thing.
I think had you taken all the systems around 1DQ, you might have put enough pressure on the members to actually start the morale to go down because you would have really had a stranglehold then. But we knew that also. That's why we fought so hard in three tech D.
No, man, you guys put up a good fucking fight. But you know, hindsight's 2020. There's things that we should have done. There were things you guys could have and should have done. But you know, we can sit here and chew and go, "Oh, why didn't we do this?" Rah, rah, rah. But it's like, you know, it didn't occur to us at the time. And looking back at it, it was like, well, why the fuck didn't it occur to us? Because that was the right thing to do at the time. I mean, you know, fuck it. You know, in the end of the day, I've said it before. I'll say it again. No regrets. I had an absolute blast. I got to meet some amazing people. I got to have some awesome fights.
See, I like that attitude. I feel the same way. I had a
too
good
pure
time in
for
war.
this world.
There were times that were fucking, it was boring, but most of the time it was a good time. I fucking had fun. But I'm one of those weirdos. I like to do structure bashes. So I mean, I'm a weirdo. I can't help it.
Dude, so
Let me
here's the
introduce you to
thing.
Carmen.
You're not allowed to say things like that on the Trash Talk show because they're
Oh,
too
that
nice.
I like things. I forgot.
Yeah, you're only supposed to talk about the things that you hate. This isn't
I don't hate
like
anything,
fucking
man.
timid talk Tuesday. This
If
is
you get
where
as high as I do all the time, you'll learn to like everything and love everyone.
No, I won't. I will never learn that. You know why? Because more things are worth hating than liking.
No,
It's too much
life
effort to
is
hate.
too fucking short to hate.
It's no
better to
effort
love.
to hate. All you have
Embrace
to do
hate.
It takes
is
effort
instead
to
of
hate.
no, it takes so many muscles to frown, but if you just have resting bitch face, then you don't need to frown or smile. You just look there with an angry look on your face, and no one can tell. You're not existing any effort. This is not Trailer Park Tuesday. You're fucking rude for that. Thanks for being a subscriber, though. Appreciate your little silver patch.
If you hate everything, then you don't get to lick stuff. I like to lick stuff.
Lick? What?
Yeah,
It's true.
Are you?
I
you
only
actually-
I only lick things that I enjoy. I don't lick things that I hate.
How do
Like
you
the
know?
window of the short bus, Marius.
How do you know if you like it if you don't lick it first? You never know.
Don't knock it till you try it, dude.
Don't knock it till you try it. Exactly right. And fucking the short bus windows taste fucking good.
I don't like this at all.
Too bad.
So you don't like?
I don't like what's happening.
What's that red line?
It's very confusing.
Have you licked it to try?
What?
The lick test is probably the most fucking accurate test there is in existence. Just so you know.
Oh, you seem kind of raunchy today.
All right.
Unless
so
you're
I'm gonna
unless you're
Jesus,
researching COVID, then
Toronto,
please don't lick it.
I am going to mute myself for 5 minutes. Okay.
Oh,
5
thank
minutes.
God!
of
Finally.
No red line, while I drink this wine and eat several Cheez-Its. Okay.
No, you
Starting
can lick that out.
now.
I want to hear that on live. I want to hear that.
Red line's
I might
muted.
like lick your cheese.
Post the C things in cesspool.
Steel horse, everything. Everything. Fuck it. You never know if it tastes good if you don't lick it. Fuck it.
Test is down 500 members. Brave is down 455 members.
Do you know those
Including
members?
me.
They didn't lick it. They should have licked it. They'd stayed in there.
Yeah,
Fucking Kiss even wrote a fucking song about it.
I mean, look, of course, people are going to shed and come off. Like, we're losing people. We're also in talks with people coming and joining. It's a transitional period that happens to everyone. I mean, I'm sure there are going to be a couple of people who may end up leaving the Imperium as well. And no, there's no bad blood. They just want to go off and do their own things. I know that a bunch of people in Brave have gone off to start their own corp and alliance. So
hopefully, these
which
people are
one?
staying in the game. They're just moving on to do something different, and hopefully, they're not leaving. You know, because I imagine both sides are going to see a lot of people stop playing. The people who came just for the war, and there are lots of them. I get that, but hopefully, most of them are not that.
Yeah, it's just people want to do different things. Like, I know Pro Gods Corp left, and I know one of the other corps left Test. Half of their members stayed in Test and joined other corps, and the other half have gone off to do other things. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a sandbox. You do what you want to do. We're not going to sit there and hold a gun to their head and be like, no, you cannot leave.
And really, the most interesting thing right now.
Yeah,
is
we're not
the changes
we're
to,
not goons over in Pappy. We don't do that.
Really? Because that's definitely what Vince Drekken did.
No, Vince did not do that.
Oh, you're right. He just labeled them as traitors and then said they were killing Sud on the way out. You're right. My bad. My bad.
You see the second ping, or you just spin in the first ping?
Oh, I haven't seen either pings, honestly.
All right, that's what I thought.
What was the second ping? I haven't actually seen that second ping.
It was him kind of taking
I
it all back and being
understand that
like,
you interpret Vince's actions as what you would have done because that's how what you're familiar with, but it's
So he was angry at the moment, made it.
Can you send me that, right?
And then walked it back. Oh no, like that's
no, I can't share the.
that's the normal thing
pings.
people should do, right?
I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought you might have had like a Reddit
I know
link or
it
something.
hasn't been 5 minutes, but someone said something earlier that Test was down 900 and some members. I want to let you know that over the course of the war, this is the entire war, Test has lost a total of 941 members. I believe that is the correct number because I know how to do sum all. Is that right? These numbers don't look right.
You know how to do some math? Is that what you said?
Are you saying you're
However,
an F9 monkey?
over the course of the war, Test gained 2,232 members, which means that over the course of the war, they have actually netted almost 1,300 additional members in their alliance.
Is that good?
I think so.
All right.
It means that Test
Sounds good to
actually
me.
grew over
Does
the
it
course of the war.
fit an Imperium narrative? Now,
course
that's what we
not.
need to think about.
I don't know that we have a narrative concerning your membership.
I mean,
Well, I'm not
according to
Test, so-
Dotlan, at the moment we're sitting at 16,300 members, so we're doing pretty good.
I would say that's good. Yeah.
But Kale, that's basically 0.
Oh no, we're fail skating. We're dying. We've only got 16,000 members. Fuck.
Well, characters, yeah.
Well, characters, yeah. It's probably only like 12 dudes.
Yeah, probably. That's about right. It's a one for every player. There's what 18 alts, 18 to 25 alts.
I wish. I've got like one, and I can't sub it at the moment.
I've got 3, and I have a hard time finding content for all 3 of them. I mean, because they argue with each other all the time. It's ridiculous.
It's like the voices in your head. You know, it's when those fuckers are quiet. That's when you know shit's about to get real. I got to admit though, going back onto the reset, I'm actually pretty happy about that because it means that there's actually going to be content again. You can actually take out 25-man filament rooms and find someone to shoot.
Another interesting thing is that you mentioned Brave. Brave, over the course of the war, has lost 1,121 pilots, however, has gained 1,486, which means they've netted an additional 365 members into their alliance since
people are
the
very
war
brave.
started. So, tell me again.
Oh, it's funny. Fuck you all.
Tell me again how these alliances that you did nothing to are failing at all. Are they running away? Yeah, they are. But are they failing? No. They're going to lick their wounds and in 3 to 6 business years come back and try it again.
3 to 6 business
year.
God, I hope it's not that long. Fuck.
I mean, how hard can you actually crab in Outer Passage?
I have no idea. I'm gonna have to like learn how to make isk up there.
I can crab really high, so I don't know. Why is Outer Passage hard to crab when you're high?
It's different. It's not like the usual space we're used to. Apparently, anoms and all that shit are all run differently.
Oh fuck that! I want to learn new shit.
But it's a very remote part of space.
Apparently, can't smart bomb. A lot of people are
holes.
A lot of people are upset because they can't smart bomb right up there. Apparently, sites don't work that way.
Can you smart bomb right anywhere? What?
Yeah. You go Rock Havens and shit, and a couple of Macarials and just clear them out.
How many how many observatories does a region have on average?
Like
4.
3, 4, 7.
Okay, so that's
don't ask me.
different.
I have no idea what observatory.
60-12.
The Jove observatory, right, is unidentified wormholes can only spawn in systems with a Jove observatory in them. So that's how you know that's a system that you go to try and find connections to other regions.
What about identified wormholes? Is that a thing?
No, I can identify your wormhole right now.
Fuck yeah, you can.
Is that
I
something
showed
you're
that
It's
interested in?
Billy.
That was
Oh,
the
hello,
weirdest
Billy.
shit I've
Vili.
ever heard you say.
Did you
Villius
see your new
Maximus.
portrait?
I don't think Billy
Webcam
even
Tuesday?
noticed.
Question
I
mark?
don't think Billy even noticed that I changed his portrait.
It was last week, wasn't it? And that's still the setup from last week. Even got
It
the flying
is.
meatballs.
It is, yeah. Those are asteroids, actually.
Flying
All I know
meatball?
is just make me want a meatball sub.
Yeah,
It
they're
fucking does me now too, you son of a bitch.
meatball subs are gross.
Oh, you're
You
crazy.
shut your mouth.
Look how big these
Meatball
asteroids
subs are fucking fantastic. Are you fucking kidding me?
Look how big these asteroids are. Tell me those are meatballs. Those are
Yep,
asteroids.
look at them, they're meatballs.
Graziano's meatballs. That's what they look like.
So what else do you guys want to talk about today? Do you want to rehash the last hour of conversation?
Nope.
What's
For
the
the next
MER?
hour? I don't know. Probably
Oh,
shit.
I had a
economic
look
report.
at that. It's so I had a look. So I was curious to see exactly how much we got out of Delve, and it's like 10 trillion. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I know I've moved that in like corp freighters alone. So we're gonna have to wait for the next one to see how much we actually pulled out, because I think that one was generated just before the move.
No, but the number was 4 trillion was pulled out in July. Why? Why would that be pulled out in July?
Selling shit.
Okay, but why? That's not selling shit. That is stuff leaving the region.
Yeah.
Why would there have been?
In
Oh
what
wait,
ways though? Leaving the
I
region
know
would be like-
why. Because
How do you
Sinners
know?
left. Sinners and Criterion left. That's why.
I don't think they had 4 billion there.
We had 4 trillion worth of fucking assets, Redline.
No. They're
Yeah.
like 700 million.
It doesn't take that much to hit 4 trillion. That's like
Really?
10 Titans, 10 Supers, and some caps.
Yeah.
True.
So,
Well, I guess
so
you're right.
everybody,
I didn't say that.
people are like, "Buh, this was leadership getting their stuff out before you did." Fuck that. No, that was literally just 2 corporations move-opping out of Delve. Come on.
I suppose
Come
there's
on,
a lot
guys.
of fucking capitals in that group.
There is, yeah. The low-hanging fruit is there. I see it and I respect your attempts, but please read the lines instead of just between them. Much appreciated.
That's not as much fun though, right?
Who needs the truth?
Exactly.
See, Billy knows. Who needs the fucking truth?
Well, I mean, it's a good thing, right? Like
it's not only a good thing.
if
It's
the
an
truth
Eve
isn't
thing.
convenient, just make a new one.
That's an Eve thing. That's
We've
not-
already had the Billy. We've already had the talk of the Sappy Alliance is killing by Blue Donut, and now the whole narrative is, oh my god, they're resetting everything. Oh, what fuckwits!
What fuckwits indeed. I mean, we did realistically say that that's what we were gonna. We are rehashing all the conversation.
Why are you doing
from
it?
Oh yeah,
before.
but we lie, man. We were never planning to reset. We were going to Blue Donut and create another Serenity. Her.
Really?
They
That's
can't
not-
admit
that's not
that we
right.
were telling the truth. That'll
Why
go
would you
against
say
their state mandate.
No, I don't think so.
Dom, just saying, nah, that's not true, isn't a compelling argument, right? Like,
I don't
it-
know.
No, I think he has a point.
He tried to tell me
I
that the
don't know what we're talking
state
about right now.
mandate is no matter what anyone from Taffy says, we are lying. Is that not a state mandate in Goons?
Not
See,
in
the
Bastion.
problem is that goons are assuming that Pappy would do what they would do, and their goal has always been to create a Serenity.
Oh.
Jump like the ship from fucking Firefly? I don't. What?
No, he's talking about the fact that before Pappy existed, there was already a blue donut in the mix, and that blue donut was called Imperial Legacy.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a thing.
So, I don't think that it's that Pappy wants to create a blue donut. I think it was just that Legacy wanted
I
to
don't
create
know.
a blue donut.
The-
Because
I
the
was just gonna
only
say
common
the
denominator is Legacy.
Legacy. That's right.
So,
No, Goons are just
what the
pissy
fuck
that
was
we got
Legacy
closer
doing
than
And
they
you know
did.
what? Legacy is gone. So
They're jealous of our blue donut.
Yeah,
The
Goons
reality
are
is
just
we can
pissy
have
that
our
we
blue
got
donut.
first.
It looks yummy. I'd lick the shit out of that donut. I'll tell you right now.
Tell us the reality, Billy.
the reality of Legacy is that we never wanted to create a blue donut. It's just the way the regions work. The South is basically one whole quadrant where if you're not blue to it, it just creates innumerable problems. Versus a place like Delve Period Base Aquarius, where it's very, I don't know how to say it, like the mountain passes or the regionals enable you to have some security without controlling or being blue to the majority of people around you.
Can you say that again, but slower?
Not really, no.
God damn it. Because I didn't really understand it. Like I tried.
So the geographic reality of the South, the space that Legacy previously held, is that to control it properly, you need to control it all the way from Esoteria in the southwest to Cache in the northeast. There is very few regionals within those regions. So the geographic reality of properly controlling the space is you need to control all the way from one side to the other, elsewise you're going to have security issues constantly. You need to have a clear control of provenance or agreements to ensure that that area is clean as well, so your low-sec approaches are clean. And you need to have some way of keeping curse under control. And if you don't have those things, then you just make like your life painful.
And so now the idea is that like you had to have people in all those regions because they're so close together. Otherwise, it would have just been a nightmare for anybody who lived there. Ish.
Not because they're so close together, but the opposite. Because the regionals are so, how do I put this, simple to pass. Like the South is just like what in human terms we would call kind of plains, right? Like if
would you say they're
there's no
floodplains?
No. There's no mountainous terrain to kind of create these natural separations that humans utilize in terms of how territorial control works throughout the real world, right? So it creates this really awkward kind of situation where if you're in control of parts of the South, you generally want to control the entirety of it versus just segments of it, because you're always going to be at war with your neighbor, which in the current meta is absolutely disastrous in terms of how it works for your situation, let's say.
So that brings up an interesting subject. Is now that Legacy is GTFO, who do you think is going to now control parts of or the entirety of the South?
So you've got Wrecking Rocket Crew that's taking control of, looks like the center, I don't know what you would call it, the center stripe there, where they're going all the way from Providence down to Esoteria, with AOM joining some kind of Rocket Crew coalition. And then obviously Immensity Tenerifis is still being rented by Dreadbomb. XIX is controlling the southeast. And all of those areas are going to turn into just pretty insane levels of conflict zones, I would imagine, just because it's just not really feasible for people to live like that. So all of those areas are just going to be rampant conflict zones for quite a while until a natural winner settles, and then he'll get nibbled on until he dies, and so on and so on and so on.
Do you think FIRE's position right now is tenable, or are they gonna get kicked out in the near future?
Oh, I mean that'll be kind of the interesting thing to watch, right? They're against a group like Dreadbomb, they have a time zone advantage, so I don't really see them losing their space that way. So I would be doubtful, but it's going to be pretty heavy and constant conflict, I would imagine, as those two entities kind of go to war with each other.
I wonder if those guys will make deals with the Imperium too, because RC was not part of Pappy, right? So they may be able to make a deal and have a new Imperial crew or something.
I'm pretty sure XIX hate fucking RA, don't they?
Yep.
I doubt that's going to happen because it means they'll have to be on peaceful terms. I mean, that'd be the same as, if AOM and Frat decided to be friends with Goons. I doubt they'd do that if one or the other was part of them because they fucking hate each other.
Yeah, but you never know, man. Like, stranger things have happened, right?
Not really. No, I'm still waiting to hear sense from a goon. Once that happens, then I'll start expecting flying pigs.
That's toxic. That's toxic as shit, bro.
Hey, you said we weren't trash talking enough.
I didn't say you weren't trash talking enough. Somebody else said
You
you
say
weren't
it
trash
every
talking enough.
time.
I never say it. I've
You
never
always
said
say it.
I read chat, and that's what chat says. I'm sorry. I, unlike some
Quit
other
apologizing.
popular streamers, interact with chat. Weird flex. I know.
It's actually an
even-
unforgivable sin.
I don't even like half these motherfuckers.
Well,
but hey,
he's
here
in
we are.
sinners.
Yeah, I am that.
Is it an original sin?
Must be. Oh.
So yeah,
That's a good question, though.
Has a good, like a golden ticket into just being goon pets.
A part of the
I like
plan.
Ryan's question towards Billy. Why do you need to control East all the way to cash if defensive mechanics are so strong?
Because
Logistical routes.
they're only strong in certain areas and in certain ways, right? The fact that defensive mechanics are helpful doesn't change the fact that the more spread out you are and the more you have to go, like it's a question that I understand it's trying to be like a meta narrative question, but like I don't know how to explain this properly. Like what I'm talking about is at the like top level strategic meta versus what you're talking about is at the tactical like operational level. Like it's not, they're not the same things. I mean, if you want to get narrowed down to a constellation or two, then yeah, obviously defensive mechanics will always keep you going.
That was an
Or
alright
they'll
gotcha
certainly
though.
help. It's meant to be a gotcha, but it would help to kind of explain to people because I know a lot of the Imperium members don't actually get told the truth very often, so it's helpful to kind of give them an explanation that's real. So it's one of those things where to properly run most alliances in the game, you need a fair chunk of space. And to properly control that space, you need things like reasonable regional control. You need some level of ability to control the access to super capitals into your regions, etc. If people can just walk super caps into your regions, then it definitely makes your life a lot harder. And obviously, with the way Delve period-based Aquarius is built, nobody can really do that, as you can see from the massive Keepstar chain we had to establish just to get over there. Versus anywhere in the south where people can just walk supers in at any point, really.
I mean, it also comes down to logistics too. Holding the space to be able to get jump freighters through in places that there are no NPC stations or anything as well, right?
Do you guys have any keep stars up yet in Outer Passage?
No.
Wouldn't you like to know? God damn it!
Well, now I know.
I was trying to be a little bit mysterious here, Billy. Just like, nope.
Well, I mean, everybody would know if we did probably, so
Yeah.
it's not like it's rocket science. We obviously can't really drop keep stars unless we're in the area to actually defend them as they go up. We put up some random like small structures to just
Yeah, didn't one of them die already?
like two of them or three of them, I think actually.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, right? We're just dropping them. We have no force projection in the area, so it's not shocking.
So why are you dropping them then? Like, just in case they anchor?
Yeah, because it just makes our life easier. I mean, it's only like, put it in context of how much we're losing right now. It's like whatever. We lost a empty fort hole. Like, oh god, right? And for every one that gets destroyed, I think 3 or 4 were anchored. So it's like, oh god, whatever will we do? And it just makes our life later easier.
Yeah, but it makes your life now miserable because it's been a non-stop shitstorm of posting about how bad test has been.
You're implying that anybody in test both reads Reddit or assumes anything the goons say really have. Like everybody in test can like read between the lines. Like, oh, yes, we have no projection and no ability to put power with there. Yes, goons are smoking about killing a Fortizar. Cool. Just like they're smoking about killing all those Keepstars and stuff. And remember when they were eerily silent as their Keepstars died? Like it's, it's if you give somebody a pulpit and like they're, crazy and they say dumb shit, then they're gonna keep saying dumb shit no matter what you do. Like, oh, if we didn't put Fortizars down because we were afraid to lose them, they'd just be like, ha ha ha, Test is too afraid to even drop structures in their new region. Like, there's a no-win situation if you are worried about what your enemy is gonna say.
I mean, I don't think anybody's worried about it per se. I think it's just a.
Well, you just implied I should be.
No, I implied that it's just constant and ridiculous. Not that it's something you should worry about. Both those things are true. It's constant and ridiculous. And the more silly things Test does
Just like
just
this
to
show.
do them, the more silly things Test does just to do them, the more I have to hear from goons smug posting on Reddit. And by God, I am tired of it.
I'm gonna start tagging you in every Reddit post, Redline.
I'd love it if you didn't.
Redline's bluffing. He actually lives for the attention.
What? Have you been reading my diary?
If I said I was, would you put it in your diary?
It's already in there, dude. Everybody knows I like attention.
Well, there you go. I'm just speaking facts then.
Love
So-
how there's just utter fucking silence after Villy speaks. Who the fuck even are these other people on the show? Well, my name's Redline13. We've got Ultrari Phoenix, we've got Gregorin, we've got Kale, we've got Dominarch, and we've got the crowd favorite Marius.
Hello.
That's who we are.
Shut up, Marius.
Don't lie to your audience.
That's who we are. And thank you for tuning in to the second best talk show about EVE Online that broadcasts on Tuesdays at 0100. We'll be here next week too, talking the same stuff that some of us may not know. But hey, at least we look cute doing it.
And Saturday.
And
We're
Saturday.
doing the show Saturday. Yeah, we're doing the show this Saturday.
That's a different show, though. That's not Trash Talk Tuesday.
It's better than Trash Talk Tuesday.
Infinitely better than Trash Talk Tuesday. At least so we can hope.
You could literally not even do a show any bit better than Trash Talk Tuesday, eh?
I love this show.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. It's fun.
It's fun
Like
to be
one of
on.
the only shows I'm allowed to be on, apparently.
What?
I never get invited to anything. I'm not popular enough.
Dude, you can do whatever you want. You're your own man.
No, I'm engaged, man. Like, you're married. You know that's not really true.
Do I, though? Shit.
You're like, fuck it is.
Now my wife walked in. It was kind of spooky. It's like you talk about it and she shows up. Anyways, so what's next? We talked about the MER. We touched on it a little bit. Sorry, I'm running a little dry. But so let's actually pull it up and look at it and see what it looks like, because I'm curious how things are going to shake out as far as like everything is concerned. So who had the highest
Frat.
rating in mining? Frat still?
It's got to be Frat. I haven't looked at the MER, but I'm guessing.
Okay.
Frat is the real winner of this war, let's be honest.
I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. Oh, that's toxic. I didn't notice that CCP TV had a widget on the homepage. Oh, wow. What do I have to do to get on that channel? Anyways, sorry. MER. So I actually saw Dunk Dinkle made a PowerPoint of this, which is very interesting to me because I like PowerPoints. They're much better than whatever the hell it is that CCP uses. Fucking Adobe Flash or some shit.
Didn't Flash get discontinued?
Yeah, that's the idea. Let's see. So yeah, Oasa, Cobalt Edge, Peregrine Falls, and Branch, top 5. Yeah, that's crazy. At least 2 trillion in all of those regions. 2.5.
Monkey.
Yeah, turns out I don't really care about the MER. I don't know why I wanted to talk about it. It's up to you guys what we talk about
Next month's going to be interesting. Look, as I said, I'm actually going back to the reset. I'm kind of happy it's happening because, as I said, it means more content for our members, and we get to show people. I
Nice,
wish,
always good.
like the other people who are off doing their own things, fucking luck. I got a lot of respect for Dunk, and I hope he does good by Brave, and Brave does good by him. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're in a whole new phase or era or age or whatever the fuck you want to call it, epoch of Eve, and it's going to be interesting to see how the chips fall once they're all settled.
I don't know if I believe we're in a new epoch of Eve. It's still pretty much the same faces, just different masks at this point.
Well, like, legacies, no more. Goons need to rebuild. Just that kind of vacuum is going to leave space open for people to try to make plays.
What kind of plays do you think they're gonna make, realistically?
I think they're gonna do a front post.
No, they're going to T-pose while they're planking.
No, but really, like, so you've got all these legacy alliances that are, like, they're gone, basically. They're leaving wherever they were. They're moving to other spaces that have been inhabited by people forever. And they're doing this, and they're basically evacuating everything. So you've got, I mean, really most of the legacy alliances, well, the big ones anyways, Test and Brave, they lived in space that's being retaken by the Imperium. But then you've also got your shit, actually never mind. Everybody can hang out in the status quo and nothing really changes. So what was the
Legit.
point of this war?
To exterminate goons, obviously.
It was the fun we had along the way.
Point of the war was to try and defeat goons. Obviously, right? Like that was the point of the war. Obviously, we didn't achieve that mission. But
Right.
it was a pretty interesting event, and lots of really incredible battles were had throughout the way. And there's a lot of people that aren't happy that we didn't win, including me. But that doesn't change the fact that the journey is sometimes just as important as the end, and take pride in what you did, and that's kind of the way it goes.
Oh boy.
There was some really fun battles, I do have to say.
Oh yeah, man! Our Ferox fights, our Terrari
Those were
were
blast.
absolutely amazing. I love them. Like I don't. Oh, I got in shit a couple of times for taking them for
Oh, me
like
too.
no reason, and it's just like, you know what? No regret. It was fucking amazing, and I'd undock Feroxes any day of the week to fight them.
I mean, in the history of Eve, there's never been a war that had more significant battles. Like, and there was so many of them that it's like people don't even realize just how many day-to-day battles there were. How many times, Test and Horde and NCPL and Goons and all these groups just threw down in Munins or threw down in something else, right? Like just constant. And that's an important part of the experience. I'm sure we all wish we could have had more capital battles, but that's also part of the equation that you have to be realistic about, is that especially after the scarcity patches came in, when it became even harder to replace capitals, that just wasn't going to be a thing. And certainly we all wish that M2 Part 2 would have been a more real fight, but it is what it is, and you kind of move on, you take what you got and be happy about it. If you only look at the bad side of things, then usually you're going to be in for a bad time, I guess you could say.
So I don't think it's necessarily that I'm looking at the bad side of things. I'm just looking at the side
No,
of things.
I
Like
wasn't
when
implying that anyone was. I'm just saying that, like,
I know, but
there's
I
a
was
lot of
just
people that
about to
do.
say something that was like looking at the bad side of things. So like it was specifically gonna be me saying this is a bad side, but I don't want you to think I'm only looking at the bad side. It was a preface. But the thing is though is that realistically, when you look at what actually happened as a result of the war, it was relatively little, right? Like there's not any huge SOV changes or
The
anything like that.
geopolitical
It's
atmosphere
just
is completely shifting. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think to say that nothing was
I said
gonna
relatively
happen.
little.
Wait, who said relatively little just changed?
I did.
You're wrong
I
then.
did.
Like, if you
So
look
what
at the state of the
changed?
game, if you look at the state of the game before the war started, and you look at the state of the game now, the only thing that is the same to a real degree is that goons are in Delve. And when I say that, it's with the caveat, obviously, that aside from one constellation, everything else was burned. So they're going to be in a very different position as well. And obviously a good part of the drones is the same, but even the drones is going to be seeing significant changes over the coming time. The entire north has changed over the course of last year. The entire south is going to be changing over the course of the next 6 months. To say that very little has changed on the geopolitical landscape is just wrong.
I'm saying very little has changed because of the war.
But all of those things happened because of the war.
I think all of those things happened in spite of the war, if I'm being honest. Because fraternity took over a bunch of space in the north, and
do you think that would have
then,
happened if the war wouldn't have been going on?
I mean, it happened while it was. I don't see why it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't. It would have happened
Maybe
because
faster.
all of the
would have
people
been able to deploy to the
because
north.
PanFam would have been there to help more
But
than they
PanFam
were.
got glassed the last time.
I think you may have been surprised how differently the war in the north would have went if everybody would have not been fully committed to the south.
Was fraternity fully committed to the south?
No.
Okay. And who that lived in Declan, Tribute, and Vale was fully committed to the south?
We're not just talking about Declan, Tribute, and Vale. We're talking about Vale, Tribute, Venal, Tenal, Branch, Declan, Pureblind, like all of those regions. And there's a ton of different, groups and entities that were involved in the war that would have been looking for content in those areas if they weren't getting content in the middle of the war.
Like who?
Like maybe goons, like I was saying, maybe goons would have deployed to the north.
They already did, and they were leaving.
So goons pulled all their keepstars to the north, their entire chain that literally had them going into tribute at the start of the war, as part of the war.
Okay. But that was before the war started.
No, that was part of the war. That literally happened 2 weeks into before the war quote unquote officially started, because they thought we were coming for them, which I don't want to say it became a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it happened, and it's debatable, right?
Am I just being obtuse? Is that's what's happening here? Because it feels like the room doesn't agree with me. That I truly do think that all of these things would have happened regardless of whether there was war or not. The only difference now...
Imagine you have 50,000 bored PvP pilots looking for things to do, and then assume that everything is going to happen exactly as it did when those people were occupied 24/7. I think that is entirely unrealistic.
And also, would Legacy have just imploded like that? Like, if nothing was going on? No.
Possibly.
And that's one of the biggest things that happened geopolitically.
I don't think I've ever agreed with Marius on anything, but he's right. Legacy would not have just imploded out of nowhere like that. Well, okay, not out of nowhere, but you know what I mean.
I don't really think we imploded. Legacy just kind of followed the natural path. It was like, all right, cool. We came together. We did this space. We held. We can't hold. It was either, not everyone can fit in the same region, so they've got to go off and do their own things. And because we're all rebuilding, Legacy as a whole can't help each other out in the rebuilding, especially where we're all spread out.
So a situation where a lot of Legacy is just, I don't know how to put this. They're very, I don't want to say upset because it's not the right wording, but resentful maybe that the war was lost, and maybe there's a good case for that and maybe not, but nonetheless, they want to try and go do things without test leadership, and I wish them the best of luck in doing so. Everybody deserves an opportunity to try things on their own and see what they can do, stretching their own legs, and I hope they all succeed. I truly honestly do. And
but
we'll see how it is going to kind of work out for most of them.
I don't know if you guys saw the bingo card earlier, but every time somebody says something that's on that bingo card,
well, I know Rafe's off
to
do his own thing, and I'll be pretty interested to see how that goes in the next 6 to 12 months.
What are they
and for those who don't know, Rafe was a Rafe was like their Aquarius Sky Marshal in Brave. He's off to make his own Corporate Alliance.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yep. So I seriously wish him luck. I think he's got the ability to make something great, and I hope he does, because then I can go shoot it.
You want to shoot Rafe?
Oh yeah, man.
You know who I want to shoot? I want to shoot Seto. And I wish Seto was here, because I will never forget the time. And Seto, if you're watching or you ever hear this, I want to shoot you in game as much as humanly possible. And the only reason that I want to do this is because one time I brought a T1 cruiser fleet to your fucking region of space, and you said, "Hey, Redline, I'll form a cruiser fleet and fight you too." And your dumbass brought out Lokis and said, "Well,
It was
they
a
are
cruiser fleet.
cruisers." That was the most stupid
Well,
thing
he
Still
didn't
counts.
lie.
in the entire world, and I hated everything about it.
He
I mean,
Did he lie,
told
though?
the truth.
What?
I
You
mean, yeah, he
know,
did.
Who cares if he
So,
lied? It's
what
just the
is
fact that he did that to me.
what is Sword Dragon doing at this point in
Good
time?
question.
I don't know, quitting? He quit. He doesn't play
Being
anymore.
irrelevant.
Did he like legitimately just quit the game?
Yeah, his fucking coalition got killed from under him. Still very
Sad.
proud of that, by the way.
Oh, God, I remember being up there and not realizing NC was helping us with an op, and I was running the logi, and half of us like took the wrong gate because fucking split system, and we warped into an NC fleet. We all shat ourselves thinking they were going to shoot us, and then we're running back to the main fleet, wondering why this NC fleet's following like 6 Bazzies and not killing them until we get on grid and we're like, oh, NC's friendly with us for this op. Having like fucking 6 people in Logicoms going, why are we not dead?
I wonder if the success that was had against GOTG had anything to do with the like the natural progression of then going to fight goons. I'm really curious. I want to get those backroom conversations that existed. They were like, "Hey, how about we go kill goons for real this
I mean,
time?"
yeah. So historically speaking, yeah, every
Here we
major
go.
event in history is going to influence all the ones that follow. So yeah, I imagine that it had some effect on the way people thought about like a potential war on goons. That goons weren't able to prop up their northern allies. Or allies for, I don't know if they would be called technically allies, but in circumstance they were allies.
I mean, I
That's actually a
don't
good
know.
question in chat.
Has the reason Villy wanted Sort dead from CSM been released yet? I
No,
don't think
the thing
so.
he screwed up on the CSM is still an issue in game.
Still under NDA.
Yes, I'm under NDA for 5 years and 6 months more at least.
Oh, he's
Oh.
still like, oh, cool. So it's actually an extended NDA even after your,
Well, he's still got 6 months of his term left, bud.
yeah. So what? So it's like 4 or 5 years after your last term, you're still covered under the NDA.
Yeah, and then some people will, in an unofficial capacity, still get information passed to them, and then they are under NDA as well. So like some of your like AT commentators and stuff like that are still under NDA from when they commented on the AT.
That's pretty
Commentated.
cool. I don't know much about all that kind of stuff, so I just find it interesting.
Yeah, most people don't. Most people don't know much about that kind of stuff, myself included.
Well,
That's
I
kind of
mean,
interesting.
we see the CSM as what we, like we see the front of the CSM. It's like the iceberg underwater. We only see the tip of what they do, what they have to go through. It's interesting to peek under the water at the larger part of that iceberg.
I would like to peek at some tips.
Shut the fuck up, Marius.
We sell a button I think I still sell it. That is perfect for this moment.
So
says
somebody
exactly
asked
right.
in
Shut
chat
up,
why my
Marius.
ticker is no longer shut up, and it's because I joined a new corp, and this is my first appearance on the show since that happened. So I would like to
so
display
you're
my new corp.
He's
no
a
longer
newbie,
in
isn't he?
Brave?
I'm no longer in Brave. That is true.
So which null block did you join this time?
I joined Pandemic Horde. That is the null block I joined.
Nice. From the devil to
Yeah,
Lucifer.
welcome aboard,
Lovely.
Marius.
I'm so
Awesome.
sorry for you, Gerg. I'm
swear to
sorry,
God.
man.
All you null suckers, you're just the
He
same.
joined one of a corp that I like, though. Those
I
are
feel
good
sorry
guys.
for the-
I hope I don't ruin it for you, Gerg.
You know, Marius, people don't give you enough credit. You aren't really
Yeah,
I think
a
they give me
moron.
too much
You
credit.
just pretend. Right?
No, you're an alright bloke, Marius. It's all just the memes, dude.
It's pretend, right? You're not. You're
Well,
just pretending. Like that time
depends
when
on
you
the
were
day.
talking about the Black Ops battleships, that was fake, right?
Black Ops Battleships was not fake. However, the one time where I forgot what year it was for the MER, that was actually a joke. But I just went through with it.
Well, proper work, dude. And thank you for providing such great content to Trash Talk
Uh,
Tuesday.
I love that. That's Ferrari Phoenix. Your profile he makes you look like Billy's unshaved dad.
What?
That is Luke's profile, not mine.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that was Luke's, isn't it?
Not anymore. It's officially all Ferraris. I know I have yours here somewhere. What do you look like? What's your character look like? Let me fix it real quick.
Very, very short hair.
I'm never gonna get
Scruffy.
a portrait, am I?
You don't need a portrait, because you'll get a webcam spot. Is your character dark? Like dark brown?
No.
Okay.
It's wearing the Christmas skin with the Triglavian beret. That's Ferrari's.
That is not. No. Mine's got a monocle thing on, black, like, on his right eye.
Oh, yeah.
No. It's a Triglavian beret, mate.
Sir, that character
Yes, that's mine.
That character is dark brown.
Whatever.
That's what I asked you.
I don't think he's dark brown, but
He's very tan.
he's okay. Slightly tan. I don't know.
See, I don't like tan people.
Uh-oh.
Clip that. Clip that. Clip that.
I don't like tan people because they're damaging their skin with sun, dude. What do you mean?
Last week we had Jeremy with the South of Rise again, and
Wow.
red line. I don't like tan people.
I don't like
Someone
to see
clip that.
people damaging their skin. What do you mean? I've been watching these TikToks where they use this blue filter and they say that there's these spots on your skin and they're like, "Oh, they're hidden freckles, but it's actually sun damage." And these people are like super tan. I hate that.
My fiance just said, "Go fuck yourself," because she's tanned.
Well, make sure she uses SPF.
Goddamn red light.
What?
Please say someone clip that.
What? I don't get it. I don't
You can
understand.
retroactively clip things.
Yeah, it'll be in the VOD. It doesn't matter. I don't understand it, but whatever. You guys just.
I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from because fuck cancer, but at the same time, it was just the way it
He just
came
doesn't like dark people. Is that wrong?
I
It's all
didn't
about
say.
delivery.
I didn't say dark. I said tan.
Calm down there, headliner.
There's.
It was dark.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Don't put that evil on me. Don't.
I mean,
don't
you
start.
are ghost like pale, so I mean, I get it.
I am because I'm scared of the sun.
I
And it's
haven't gone
harmful
out in so
rays.
long.
Man, the first time you were on cam, it was so awesome. You looked like a floating head. It was.
Well, better than a
It
talking
was
head,
wearing like a
right?
black shirt or something. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, I always wear black shirts because
It
it
was
makes me
funny.
look skinny. At least that's what I always heard when I was younger. So now I
I
just
don't
like
think you-
dark colors.
Red coat and his pasties, pale skin.
Fuck you, Steve. Fuck you.
Crabs that live at the bottom of the ocean that feed on thermal vents, looking at red light and thinking he needs a day in the sun.
Oh no, this is
Yeah,
some
that was
serious
good.
trash talk.
All right, so
Oh my god.
first off, this is not the kind of trash talk we do on Trash Talk
So, are we
Tuesday.
gonna call you Redliner now?
No, I'd prefer you didn't. Actual headliners might take offense.
Oh my god. I needed that.
Oh, that was
Oh,
great.
that was good.
I got a tear in my eye, man.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't
Me too.
understand. Is that the nope? Never mind. That's not a good joke.
Yeah, I
You
was
know?
trying to understand it.
That's not a good joke at all. It was gonna be a bad joke. Bad joke.
Anybody mentioned
Where's
Summer
Bill?
Storm is this weekend, and we're gonna be having fun.
Yeah, where is Bill?
I think Bill is somewhere that's not here.
Good inference.
Yeah, I don't think he disappeared or just it vanished completely. So that's probably why.
Yeah, I think Bill is still he's still a cast
He's
member.
working on the rebuilding shit. He's the fucking
yeah,
man.
yeah, he's a good dude.
Speaking of rebuild, the translation of rebuild of Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 that came out on Amazon, and it was pretty good.
You know,
I
there's never actually been a moment in the history of you being here that I've wanted to ban you from this Discord server. But I will tell you right now that if you continue talking about weeb shit in this Discord server, that I will have no choice but to ban you.
So no
my
weeble wobble.
dad, like my old man, he's like 60. All right, he sends me a message because it was on, it was on a streaming site, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch this," because he watched it back when it was on like SBS back in the day. And he sends me a message. He's like, "These movies are nothing like the TV show." He's in his 60s, man, and he watches it.
I love him.
He's right though; they're nothing alike. It's still good,
Marius,
but
since
nothing
you're
like
a new
the
member
original.
of Pandemic Horde, how did you like the period of yesterday and today when Goblins temporarily lifted the anime ban? How did you like that?
I did not make full use of it.
These are not things that we're talking about today. And
Well,
no, I did not approve any 24-hour weeb stuff.
The Goblins did.
That's next week. Next week, all weeb stuff is allowed according to Redline.
Weeb's out always, never in.
All weeb episode next Tuesday.
No, oh my god! You know what I'm gonna do?
Yes.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Progodsy.
God damn it, Progod.
Hey, Progod, I hope you got home safe from New Orleans, buddy.
I hope you got that dump truck home.
I was gonna say.
say.
Rumor has it you have a dump truck, Progon. What's going on here?
So, if I give Redline any of my Jinton corpses, will he allow Weebery, or did that just work with my old CEO?
What? It's not squats. Some people are just blessed. Come on, dude.
No, we just gotta wait for Redline to go to sleep, guys. All the moderators are American in the cesspool, so once they're asleep, Weeb's out.
Not all the moderators are American.
I feel like that happens a lot, doesn't it?
Big Bill the boss is a moderator, and he's an alien. Like from outer space.
Yeah, but Bill's off doing Bill things at the moment, so.
What if he gets eaten by a bear?
Well,
for all we know,
I'm
that's what
pretty
happened.
sure Bill would eat the bear.
Okay.
If I get into a fight with a bear, pray for the bear, help the bear, something, whatever that is. Yeah, exactly. Fucking whatever. I don't know.
Apparently, cooking bear meat's really hard. It's very gamey and has a scent to it. You've got to cook out of it.
I'd just like everybody to know I like tan skin. I try to tan my skin as much as possible. Redline is the only hater on tan skin, so it's not completely out of control.
You don't try to tan yours, Dom. You try to smoke yours.
I am not a hater of tan skin. I'm a hater of sun damage, okay?
But you said that you hated tan people.
Yeah, because they have sun damage. They
You hate
have a
tan.
higher
So aren't they the
risk.
victim?
You hate khakis too? That you won't wear khaki pants?
They're the victim, but they're also it's self-inflicted, dude.
Billy's back.
Welcome back, Billy.
We're talking about tan people.
I don't know why you
We
come
need to
back
get
there.
Progod. Why don't you join the show?
Yeah, Pickles, get on here.
Pickles. I hate that name.
So does he. That's
Does
not going
he?
to get him
Yeah.
money.
I would too if I had.
Father Delve is here. Everybody say hello to Father Delve. He's the
Hi,
champion
Father
of our hearts
Delve.
and-
No, you
What's
can't
up,
have
dude?
Hode and Atticus.
I think he wants you.
I think everyone bloody wants me at the moment. Should see my inbox.
I mean,
Oh, Jeremy's here.
is Jeremy here? Oh, am I the only one? Oh, Dom can drag him down, and so can Billy.
Oh.
All right. Well, Jeremy's here. Thanks for showing up, Jeremy. I had a portrait for you and everything. It's only been
yeah.
up for the last hour and a half. Glad you
Took a
could finally
nap,
make it.
dude.
Yeah, running too many move ops, huh?
Yeah, actually.
That's toxic. Run less move
Aren't
ops.
there retreat ops?
No.
Look,
You know what? There's another annoying thing, and,
Hey,
and
leave
maybe
us
this
Aussies
is
alone.
just maybe this is just me being annoyed, but calling
Why,
it
Billy?
calling it a route is so stupid. Like, it's not a route; it's a retreat. It's running very
I
close.
don't-
Unorganized
I
and
don't-
chaotic,
I
which is
don't-
the definition of a route.
It was
I think you're right. It never
organized
became
for
a
the
Been
first
pretty
day.
organized.
It was just
I
quick.
agree. I agree. It did not become a route. I thought it might, but it did not.
It
I
was
mean,
just,
if you
it
look
was
at
just fast.
when Test left Vale of the Silent all those many moons ago, that was a route. Like there is no like keep star chain. There is not a lot of like hope in that situation. This, like as much as we're losing keep stars, like it's not that big of a deal. Like well, we have enough, more than enough where we're going, and we have enough stuff to get where we're going comfortably. So
Yeah, like it wasn't a rout. Like we didn't get defeated. We gave up. So it's definitely like a withdrawal more than anything.
Buddy, if you don't win, you lose.
Yeah, but it isn't like
Mhm.
you destroyed us. No, but there's a difference between being defeated and giving up. We gave up. You
Retreating
didn't.
has nothing to do with why you're retreating. It could
You
become a
didn't
route.
overwhelm us to the point where we're like, oh no, we
I think we
can't.
did.
We need to
I think we
leave.
did. I think we did.
No, you
Well,
guys,
I think we did.
you turtled.
Did you guys run? Oh yeah.
It was like Mega Man, you know,
And
those
we overwhelmed
those
them.
little dudes in the
Nope,
hat. How you can't shoot them when they're like, no. You go back to
We
your bomb,
overran
right? So there's like that little dude in Mega Man in the hat. How you can't hit him, so we just decided to stop shooting him.
And then you ran.
No, we left.
Okay,
Yeah.
but was that enemy still on the field to be shot?
no, because I never undocked.
No, because they never left one
Oh,
DQ.
that's true. Oh, that's not
Oh
true,
no.
is it?
Oh no.
Not until
here
we
go.
left.
Oh, I know you want to believe that, but that's not true. You know.
Mate, look, I was running fleets.
It's
Like you guys
less-
came out like twice in
We-
6 months.
It's
surely.
less about was the man there still left to be killed. It's more
What?
if the field even existed. Because
Was the man there left
sorry.
to be killed?
The field existed.
Right.
What?
Hold on, that was a bit disorganized. I'll admit that.
Just like the
Okay,
move ups.
As you say,
I was
just like the
trying to give you
move
guys
up.
a compliment, and you had to turn it into something.
You were
negative.
saying
it was not a route. It was a retreat. You guys retreated very well, but you still retreated. You didn't
Yeah,
just
we
like get up
withdrew.
and stroll out. You know.
Just
You
like,
were-
so you're gonna say that the Americans lost Vietnam?
We're
Or
not
did
going to
you
say
just
that
withdraw?
because this is an EVE Online
How's that
talk
any
show.
fucking? How's that any?
It's the same thing.
that is-
There was no way
Did
we
we
could
win?
have won, so we
Technically
just
not
withdrew.
online.
We didn't
We
rout.
lost.
We didn't retreat. We withdrew.
Vietnam was lost.
Okay,
We didn't win
but
it.
this
It was
is
lost.
not.
We are borderlining
You
real
guys lost,
politics.
and
That's
and fucking
dangerous.
This is
You guys
not.
lost and retreated.
No,
There's no
wait,
problem with that. It
stop.
was not a route.
I must have order in this court before I make you write on the blackboard 30 times that you will not talk about politics in my Discord.
That's not politics. That's war.
It's politics.
War is politics,
It's
dude.
history.
Yeah,
Historical
history.
comparisons.
But it's not Eve history, so we don't talk about it here.
No, it was a
We
historical
talk-
comparison.
What?
A historical comparison. It's not Eve history. I didn't say it was Eve history.
I know, that's
I-
what I'm saying,
guys
is that
lost,
we
And you fucking
need to
retreated.
talk about Eve history.
Now,
not-
I'm saying you fucking were routed. It was ridiculous. It was an absolute
What?
all-out route.
Wait,
Unorganized.
you just changed your whole tune
Yeah,
because I'm
yep.
talking shit about your stupid Vietnam references?
Exactly right.
I have that much impact on your mental
I'm changing it
state?
again. No, it was a rout. It was an absolute decimation.
An absolute decimation. You only killed 9 keep stars, dude. You still got 31 to catch up. At least.
Are there 31 available to kill? I don't think
Yes.
so. No,
Low
there's
sec
not.
chain.
Somewhere.
R10.
Dude, you gotta kill
Outer
all the
Passage.
keep stars that every. You gotta kill every keep star that every
We're gonna
person in
kill
the Pappy
every
Coalition
star that's ever
owns.
existed. We're gonna kill them all.
Yeah,
All
you gotta kill the ones that don't
my
even
goal.
exist yet.
That's my new goal in Eve. I'm gonna kill every keep star that ever existed, ever. Even the ones that have
All right,
already
good
been
luck.
destroyed. I'm gonna kill those too.
Honestly,
I really need to introduce you to Carmen.
That's a commendable goal. To kill every single keep star that's been anchored. Like,
And Astra House. I fucking hate Astra Houses. Those fuckers can kiss my ass.
well,
Forces
you might
are
as
okay.
well. If you're gonna hate something, you can pronounce it
PUIG
correctly.
PTSD.
I remember we were on the fleet doing a bash with Carmen, and he's like, you know what? When I stop playing Eve and retire in like 2025, and I was like, you heard it here, folks. All structures will be destroyed in Eve by 2025.
That's kind of sad if you're known for
I'm not to say
structure
I'll be
bashing.
successful, but I'm gonna try.
It's kind of
He's
like
Carmen
being,
the best chill, man. He's
it's
known
kinda
for
like-
pizza and bashing.
All right.
It's kind of like being apple pear.
I'm off, guys. You have a good night.
Sad.
Hi,
Yeah,
off
man. I
guys.
hope you
I'm
feel better,
Gerg.
Atsari.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, hi, off guys. I'm Gerg.
I love you, Altsarari. You're my favorite goon, besides Dom and the other goons that I know. You're definitely
And
my
the red line.
What?
MySpace of friends. Where's Dom at in the ranking?
Huh?
MySpace friends list. You never had one of those, dude?
Top 4. Top 4.
Top 4. Okay, good.
What are
Also,
you talking?
so the reason I did reference that though is because what is it? The goons are calling it Goonnam or something, and Piranam or some weird fucking
Vietnam.
shit. Vietnam. There we go. Yeah. So it's already been referenced.
Oh, you mean historical references? Weird.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck.
No, none of those here.
World War
We're
B.
Very
Historical
strict.
reference.
I wanted to call it
World War B too.
Berea.
What?
Berea. Korea?
No. Berea is the amount of diarrhea that the goons spew on Reddit.
That reminds me of
Exactly,
fucking urea, which is your piss. No, I don't like that one.
Well,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
gonna be
Way
Somebody had
above
fucking green cabbage.
decimation levels.
Somebody had like green cabbage lettuce shit growing in their kidney today. It was so fucking gross. I'd never seen anything like it before.
I would like to announce
Green?
publicly that
It was
the
green
only
and it looked like
thing
cabbage inside their kidney. It was, oh my God,
I just want to announce publicly that the only thing Father Delv and I ever had was the fact that he had structures in Geminate that I could
and the
anchor
child
to.
you had together.
There was no child. It was
There
fake.
was a child.
It was fake.
Oh.
It wasn't a
Mhm.
real child.
Right, time for Father
I thought
Delve
you
and
bought-
Redline to go on to Murray.
What did you do with the fucking birthday presents that I sent you then?
No one ever
Father
said it
Delvin
was
Redline sitting in a tree. KISSING.
First comes love.
KILLING. Horde. That's what we did in that tree. Is we killed Pandemic Horde.
I got some
Father
breaking news.
Father
Here's some
Delve,
breaking
how
news.
many Rorquals? How many
Breaking news.
Rorquals did we shit post about killing in local chat, not in fucking BWF? Someone tell me. Was it in the
24.
millions? Was it in the 30s?
More than one, less than infinity.
That's a very broad spectrum, just like the spectrum.
I mean,
I'm
I'm technically right.
Yeah, you're technically right.
So I've got no more children at home. They've all moved out and gone their fucking merry ways. And
Means there's room for me.
You're more than welcome. Absolutely, but not tonight because I've got a naked wife upstairs. So I'm going to be going. I'll talk to you guys all later.
Oh,
Oh
what a
God.
loser.
Have a good night.
Well,
Spot
it is.
the-
This
spot
show,
the
this
goon.
show is just filled with wife guys.
With a
Wife
wife
guys?
guy.
You mean old people?
That's like
Yeah,
five
that too, that's
guys.
another way.
But what-
Guys, calm down.
Calm down.
See, I killed the chat. All right, chat. It's time for everybody to play everybody's favorite game. Who
What's that
can
smell?
get the last word? Okay? Who can get the last word? So, in the chat for the next 10 minutes, while we do final thoughts, you must type a word in chat. And whoever guesses the magic word, which I will not reveal until after it has been guessed, will get a skin from me. Now, nobody in the Discord knows the magic word. Only I know the magic word. And your time starts now. And now, while I'm watching chat, we'll do final thoughts. And we'll end the show on time. And we'll all go to bed.
Oh,
And
fuck
some
that.
of us to our wives. So who wants to start with the final thoughts?
No one.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, don't all go at once or anything. Shit.
Look, usually I try to finish with the final word of Eve Down Under, but the thing is, it's probably going to be on Twitch. So, because of lockdown in Australia. So, look, everyone in Australia, well, everyone across the fucking world, I hope you guys are safe. Good fight, goons. It was fucking fun, even with all the spurgs. And I hope to shoot you again. And everyone else who's off doing their own fucking random shit, creating their own corps and alliances, or their corps and alliances off striking out for their own. Good luck. I'll be in OP. Come fight me.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because there's a bingo card that's been going around of
I'm not
it's
joining
like
goons.
no, it's not joining goons. The bingo card, let me just pull it up here. It's like something. Yes. So it's So We Lost the War Alliance Meeting Bingo. I took it upon myself to make it a Trash Talk Tuesday. So We Lost the War bingo card. And every time somebody has said something that's on this list of things, I have been drinking.
So you're
And you
pretty sloshed
guys,
right now, aren't you?
I'm not sloshed because I have hit bingo 100 times today, and I just want to see somebody say the magic word.
South to the gills.
Nobody said the magic word yet. Someone got close. Stuart got really close. It's not bingo. All right, keep going, Gerg. Let's hear your final thoughts.
My final thoughts are: it's fun to go back to Amamake. I used to live in Losec, and I honestly prefer those fights to nullsec fights.
Okay. Well, I have something just for you. I won't tell you what it is. I'll tell you later. Hell yeah, Dark Gyarados. Fucking first edition. Fucking Team Rocket Dark Gyarados. Hell yeah. All right, Marius, you're up.
So, war's over. That sucks. But now lots of people get to shoot. Lots of people get to shoot other people that they weren't able to before, and that's a good thing. Gurgoons. I'm done.
All right, and Jeremy.
I want to know that everybody who's leaving, if you want to stay, you're gonna. Well, hold on, I'll get in trouble if I say that. I will farm you. I will find you and I will farm you, and that's gonna
He's
be fun.
definitely not telling you to join Diva.
Oh well, if you're putting words in my mouth, then yeah. If you want to join Diva, then yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Stop. This is the police. You are exclusively not allowed to poach on this stream. Per penalty of death in
Oh, good.
game.
I mean, clearly they should join Omega, not Diva. But you know, I'm just not putting words in
If
your
only
mouth.
Omega was recruiting.
Omega's
Oh
not
yeah, fuck,
recruiting.
forgot about that.
Okay, so here's my final thought, right? And we still got 7 more minutes because people were leaving during the final thoughts, which is weird. But also, we still got 7 minutes for you guys to figure out this word. And I said very simply that Stuart. Oh shit! Wait a second. Never mind. Somebody guessed the word. Z Money guessed the word. My man said wine, and that is the word.
I'm disappointed, man. We all know bird is the word. Bird.
Oh, but everybody's heard about the bird. Well, bird, well, the bird is the word.
I know who you
I'm
are,
gonna have
Zach.
to ask you guys to just the words escaping me. Never mind.
But Maris, have you
Move on.
heard about the word? Because everybody knows that the bird is the word.
Guys,
Just want you guys to excuse Gerg's behavior. He was dropped on his head in TKE. We're still trying to figure out what to do with them.
guys, Chad is right. Family Guy jokes are bad, especially from 74 years ago. Come on.
You're older than me, motherfucker.
Barely. People think I'm
A
14
year's
years
enough.
old. People think I'm 14 years old. Anyways,
I'm older.
doesn't
Do you know?
matter.
I found out I'm older than Pro God.
Wow.
I believe that.
That means I'm
think.
older than Progod?
Yeah.
I take fucking pointers from a child? The fuck? Apparently
Pro God
that's
needs
how
to
I
start respecting his elders.
apparently that's how I would have felt on Alpha Star pilot fleets.
Demotion
in the
coming
old
in
days.
3, 2, 1.
What?
Oh, I just said, Pro God needs to learn to start respecting his elders. So it's like, yeah, demotion in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you're
Now
not
you're
gonna get
just
demoted.
digging your hole deeper, dude.
You're one
could
of
have avoided that.
3 AUT ZFCs in the game, dude. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I wish I could. I want to go. I want to take a break. I need to win for a while.
So take a break, dude. Win the game for a little while. Find a good girl or a boy, whatever you want, and just live your life.
Well, the good thing with the move ops is I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 with my fiance, so I can just move on one screen while we're playing on the other.
Okay. Oof.
I mean, we've been engaged for like 8 years, so basically wife.
Just tie
lot
the
of
knot
the-
already.
Yeah, just do it, man. Like, what do you have to lose?
Lockdown, dude. I've got no job. I can't afford the wedding.
There was 7 years of not
Who
lockdown.
says you need a wedding, dude? All you gotta never mind, dude.
You underestimate both of our ability to procrastinate.
Right, then the good thing about all these move ups is the senior FCs are taking a break from doing all the delve stuff, and there are a lot of junior FCs getting to hog the limelight for a bit.
Oh yeah,
So you can
definitely
have the
final
benefits.
word. I've got to give some mad shout outs to Olit and Sakik and Ross, and I know a lot of people have no idea who I'm talking about, but those in test know, especially the guys that I've missed, but you 3 have been absolutely fucking smashing it these last couple of weeks. Mad respect.
They've done basically all of our move ups from. They did a lot of the move ups from Ermelin to UQ, and almost all of the move ups past UQ.
Yeah, they're fucking unsung heroes, man. So what skins are you handing out, Redline?
It's gonna be an Abaddon skin.
It's not your foreskin.
No, it's not.
I really want to get that. I want to get that drone Abaddon skin. I think it looks sick. The one where it's all shredded and you see the drones coming out of it.
Dab on the haters.
Each
All
one
right,
of those
guys.
skins is only 300 mil, dude. Just get it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Or
I don't
you
use
can
an
just
app.
get it for free, cocksucker. All right, here come the credits.